Before we get into this episode, please subscribe to our TikTok and YouTube at The Black and the White Pod. All right, guys, welcome to the second episode of the Black and the White podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and my co-host, Deangelo. We got a good one for you guys today. We got the recap of week one, and I don't know about you, D, but I'm fucking super pumped to talk about this stuff, man. Like, there's just so much that happened, everything like that. Then we kind of go into our little bit of the division predictions, just kind of talk about the division, seeing which ones are going to win. And then we got a nice draft for you all. We got the Draft of Villians. Let's see if D can fucking rebound from the last time, because the last one was terrible. Big Newtons?
I was hungry. When I just
oh, like shit.
You shouldn't go out to eat hungry. Get a little something on your stomach. You're going to make bad decisions.
Terrible draft. But no, guys, we're excited for this episode. And D, are you ready?
I'm ready. We need wide receivers, Denver Broncos. Get us some wide receivers. All right, Brian. We had a great week of football.
Football's fucking back. Football's back.
College football, NFL, high school. Shit, I was watching the fucking Pee Wee team across the street practice. I was excited.
Hey, you're gonna get a fucking charge on that, dude. If you better stay away from them, children.
Listen, there was a 6-year-old that was 5 foot. I'm like, that's not a 6-year-old.
That's a grown ass man. That's a grown ass man. Oh shit! But no, dude, exciting week. We were really wrong about the Lions and the Chiefs. Really wrong.
Yeah, but I did say I wouldn't be surprised if they won. I did say that.
And I mean, I agree with you on that. I just in my opinion, the Chiefs lost that game for themselves. The Lions did not play great football. Like, they were not phenomenal by any means. Like, I think they're a good team.
I don't know what you're talking. Their offense.
They're not phenomenal. Like, it's the Chiefs lost that game.
If it wasn't for the fumble by Marvin Jones Jr., they win by 8.
And you got to think about this too, though. Like literally, if the wide receivers would have caught the ball, that's a huge thing. I'm not gonna sit there and blame that on the whole thing.
Don't forget, on 4th and 25, Andy Reid's like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. That was the dumbest mistake of the game for the Chiefs.
He threw the ball and hit Tony in the hands on that 4th and 25. There's like Patrick Mahomes. When you got Patrick Mahomes out of your quarterback,
and they had 2 timeouts. They had the 2-minute warning. They could have just punt the damn ball and played field position.
They could have, but they
got the ball.
Didn't need to. They didn't need to. What they did, Andy Reid, yes, he made a gutsy call of doing that, but like literally it worked out. Like, it would have worked out if it wasn't for Tony fucking the whole thing up.
A gutsy call is Dan Campbell, 4th and 2, going for it with a fake field goal. Fake punt. That's a gutsy call.
Yeah.
You're 4th and 25. And you go for it, and you have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. That's not a gutsy call. That's dumb as shit. That's not much of.
Look. That game literally was lost by the wide receivers. It was lost. Literally, that was it. The defense looked actually great, even without Chris Jones. Like, Chris Jones wasn't in, and they still played great. Like, they had a lot of pressure on the ball.
Great.
I
would say the only defensive part for the Chiefs played great was their D-line. That was it.
Yeah, and they put a lot of pressure. The coverage was pretty good. I mean, the Lions are...
The coverage was not good. Listen, there's a guy on YouTube that breaks that type of stuff down.
Yeah.
Outside of the pressure, when you actually just pause like the play, a lot of receivers are open. It's just the pressure that gets to Jared Goff. But other than that, they were open.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The Lions wide receivers, they're going to get open. The Lions wide receivers are going to get open. They're going to do their thing. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then with Jared Goff, he's great. He's actually getting close to a great quarterback status for me. Like he is really kind of showing
I don't.
himself this last year and this year, really showing himself. Like really getting out there. I think he's a lot more confident, to be honest. Like after the Rams just dealt him away, they're just like, he's a
When you
piece of
trade to
shit.
the when you get traded to the Lions, it's like your career is kind of
Dude, it's
like
done.
it's
Yep.
like
Yep.
Barry
Literally
Sanders
career
retired.
done, over.
Barry Sanders retired when he was 30 for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say.
Gotcha. I agree. So, but overall, like I said, with the Chiefs and the Lions, I I'm not going to sit here and say the Chiefs are a bad team because that's
No,
definitely not true. The tight end play was it without Travis Kelce in there, it was
was
really
better than the
not
wide
that
receiver.
bad. It was really
It,
not bad. The tight ends
it was
were
better than the wide
good.
receiver play.
Oh hell yeah, Tony, he will be fine next week or the week after. Like he's going to figure it out.
He's been placed on IR. He has broken hands.
They fucking
No
should just
pun.
make that up so they got to throw to his dumbass anymore.
No
But
pun intended.
he will be fine. I think he'll be okay. I don't want to overreact to the Chiefs
I
offense because the
I
Chiefs, you know what
pray
they're going to do? They're going to go 2-4, 3-4, and then they're going to finish out, literally 13-4. They're going to win the rest of their games. You know how it goes with them. Obviously, you know damn too well what they can
well
do.
they've had their moments.
But
They've had their moments. What's the
Bengals.
next?
I've got Bengals and the Browns next. D.
So Ryan, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, shoot.
Are you a boxing fan by any chance?
I enjoy boxing.
Okay. Did you see the last fight with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford?
I think I've seen clips of it. What are you?
Okay. Errol Spence got his ass whooped. And that's what the Bengals got. They got their ass whipped. It's I think it was a minute left and Nick Chubb fumbled the ball. And I felt like he got offended that he fumbled. And ever since then, like the
Yeah,
game just went to shit. Like
yeah.
Joe Burrow had 80 yards passing. Jamar Chase was there. Tyler Boyd was there. T. Higgins was there. Joe
8 targets.
Mixon.
Ready for this?
Like,
You ready for this?
oh yeah,
He
eight
is the
targets.
first. He's like the first wide receiver in like 10 plus years to. I think it was 10 years to have 8 targets and no receptions. That I mean, look, it was. I will say this about the Bengals and the Browns. It was a rainy day. The Bengals are not strong on the run game, but guess who is strong on the run game? The
The
Browns.
Browns, like their
They're going to
quarterback
eat
is
them up. Did
yeah.
you see the clip of Myles Garrett literally sizing up the fucking center? If you haven't seen this, you need to look at you need to find this. He literally was sizing it up. I'm gonna put it onto the YouTube. But here, what is that? Whoa, hey, oh. But no, like there is this clip of him sizing up the center. He's literally doing in between the legs. I swear to God, he's like doing basketball moves on the field, and he let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's literally right here. I'm just gonna show you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you in the camera here that he eats
That
them.
is
He eats them
that's
up, dude.
crazy.
They were
That's
toying around like it's crazy. They were toying around with the Bengals, and it's like it's the rain definitely made a factor. Joe Burrow is definitely rusty after the calf injury. Like it's I'm not gonna
Whoa.
do too much on this game.
Ryan.
Browns
I
look
think
good. Browns
Joe
look really good.
Burrow is like 1-5 against the Browns in his career.
Yeah, you can't
Baker cooked his ass a lot too.
you can't determine the Bengals season on this game. Like there's no chance. 24-3, that will not happen to the Bengals again.
Yeah, but you have to think about it like this too, Ryan. The Browns, when they traded for Zadarius Smith, I was like, this is going to be a problem. So the Bengals can't double team Myles Garrett no more. So you have to play him one-on-one. So
Yeah.
you have an all-pro, probably, other than Nick Bosa, they're probably neck and neck. But you probably may have, I'm sorry, Aaron Donald, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But other than Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett's probably the greatest defensive player in the league.
Yeah, no doubt.
Him straight up. On top of that, you have a Pro Bowler on the other side.
Yeah.
And then you have all of these young guys that's just rotational players that are ready to play. Like, if the Browns stay healthy, they're a legitimate Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, you know what's fucked up is that they also have TJ Watt in that division. So like
Yes.
that's really fucked up. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of boys.
A lot
stuff.
of that division, that whole division is literally a fist. That's just
Yeah, I mean,
Best.
But not. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a ton to say about the Browns Bengals. Like I said, Joe Burrow, rusty, injured, whatever. I'm moving on from that game. Honestly, it's not too revealing for me, but it does show me, the one thing it did show me is that the Browns are actually ready to play this year, and they look good. Like they really do. In my eyes, look good. So I've got
John Watson got a few massages before that game, and it showed. He looked good.
damn, he was getting stroked for sure. But this next game, I'm a little concerned. The Ravens and the Texans. I'm a little concerned for the Ravens.
Well, don't forget.
Yes, they fucking. It was literally.
Don't forget. DeMeco Ryans is a defensive guy.
But the thing is what concerns me is not the pressure of the defense. It wasn't anything like that. It was Lamar's like demeanor, his decision making. Like, bro, he looked like he didn't want to play. Like he looked like he was like half-assing it, but he did come up with a tweet and say he was like, "I'm rusty as hell." Like he literally said something like that on Twitter.
Whoa. So what pissed me off with the Twitter, and what pisses a lot of people off, and I don't know if I'm playing Madden, but I understand why a lot of these GMs get pissed. He sat out, didn't want to fucking play. Week 1, you look like shit. You cried and cried. I'm not this type of quarterback. I want my money. And then week 1, I'm like, who the fuck? I turned away. I watched something else. That game looked terrible. If it wasn't for the Ravens defense, they would have lost that game.
Yeah. Every time it came on the red zone, I knew like it was just going to be fucking boring as shit. Like it just, nothing was happening. CJ Stroud, obviously, like the Texans are the Texans this year. They're not going to be that good. The Ravens defense is very good, but the Texans are bad offensively. But the Ravens, don't even really have any guys. They got some good linebackers, obviously, but like there's nothing too crazy about their team, like any names wise. But they, as a collective unit, they're very strong, like very good. Defense is going to be a problem. Offense, they need to figure it out. Like they need to figure it out passing wise. Like Lamar Jackson's not throwing like the balls that we need. Like Zay Flowers would have been like, I think he overthrew him on one of the passes. Is like, I don't know how in the fuck you overthrow Zay Flowers, but he figured it out. I don't know how he did it.
Ryan, the amount of money, and don't forget, this man does not have an agent. So he got a lot of this money himself.
Yeah.
In pride, you got weapons, you got this, they got Odell, they got drafted Flowers, and you're telling me you're going to come out with that performance? Yeah. And I know DeMeco Ryans, he's a great coach.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Dan Campbell type of guy. I love guys like that can come in and just change the culture.
Mm-hmm.
God damn you, he looked bad. And the rusty is understatement.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I really, truly don't think it was the defense that caused him to be like that. It was straight up him just not giving a fuck. Like, literally, he did not give a fuck that game. I don't know who they face next week, but
And we definitely have to post this one. And when I say this, listen, please.
God damn it. Okay.
He may be doing an Ezekiel Elliott. He may be doing.
You think he's going to get fat as fuck too?
Listen, people say this all the time. When you look at Jay Cutler, before he got paid, after he got paid. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's the statement of that game for sure. Like, there's nothing else I can say about that. Everything else was fine to me about the Ravens.
It's going to get harder. You have the Browns that have a great defense. The Bengals have a good defense. The Steelers have a above average defense, but they have their moments.
Yeah.
You have 6 division games that you haven't played. And you're telling me that's how you look against a team that just got put together? So that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
No, I get
if they make the playoffs, great. But if they don't make the playoffs, they're going to start rethinking some shit.
There's some new shit happening. A team that we need to fucking rethink on. It's this game surprised the hell out of me. The Buccaneers and the Vikings. I was so surprised. And I want to say this right now. I'm sorry to Baker Mayfield. I did say this. I said he was a winner. I did say he was a winner. But, dude, that guy, how he threw the ball, he was confident. He told that one guy, I can't remember who it was, but he told somebody that he was mic'd up. Baker Mayfield was mic'd up this game. And he like fucking stiff armed somebody on the Vikings. And he told him that he needs to put on some fucking weight. That's what he said to him because he stiff armed him down. Dude, that right there is classic Baker. I love that. I like the competitiveness. I don't know what made me think that him having these weapons, it was going to make them that bad of a team, Buccaneers wise.
I'll say this, Baker, I thought you were gonna play like shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like I'm gonna say he doesn't have the greatest weapons, but he has a consistent wide receiver. He has Chris Godwin when healthy is really good. He has a decent offensive line, good running backs. I really thought he was gonna fuck it up somehow, but if he can do this consistently, where they run the ball, play action, have great defense, they're going to win a lot of games because that's not a tough division. But damn, he looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Vikings, no, nothing against the Vikings. I don't think the Vikings are necessarily bad. There's some ugly turnovers. Oh my God, there's like 3 of them.
I think the Vikings are tanking secretly.
Those 3.
It's obvious that the Cardinals are tanking, but I think the Vikings are trying to tank for one of those top quarterbacks next year.
And I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, get Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins is one of those guys. He's going to win you the games. He's going to do everything he can, right? He's going to win those games for you. But like right now, like this is what they were last year. They were literally tight in every single game. Maybe because like I saw something from, I think they were 10-1 last year or something like that in one possession games last year. Then the year before that, they were 5-8. So it's like they're always like this one possession team, and it's just like, are they going to win these games or are they going to lose them? And right now, like obviously they won't lost their first one here. They have to face. I know who they're facing next week. They have to go into They have to face the Philadelphia Eagles next week.
Yeah, I think so. Last year you guys faced week 2, is correct?
Week 3 is when we faced them. Yeah, and
yeah.
We'll get to the Eagles. I've got some stuff to say, but so with the Vikings, I'm not saying that they're going to be bad this year because I think that they're going to probably be closing in it. Like to the last 2 seasons, they've been one possession teams. So
yeah,
it's going to be the same thing.
7-10, 6-11 or whatever.
Yeah.
They're going to try to trade up.
Yeah.
Because they're shopping Danielle Hunter right now.
Yeah, which I mean that's smart. I mean Danielle Hunter's a little, starting to get there a little bit. He can make a difference on a team. So they're trying to get some draft picks out of him, no doubt. That would make sense. So, Falcons, Panthers. I really like Bijan. I really like Tyler Algier. Like Art Smith, what he's doing with the offense. He don't give a fuck. He literally told fantasy football.
What he should have fucking did.
Yeah.
Was traded up and got a fucking quarterback.
Oh, dude, like the thing is that for his offense to work, he doesn't need the deep ball. But why would you draft Drake London top 10? Why would you draft him top 10 and not throw him the fucking ball? And Kyle Pitts. Don't forget 2 top 10. That's what frustrates me a little bit. It's like, why aren't you fucking using these guys? Why? What's the point? But then he sits there and wins these fucking division games 24-10. The Panthers, I get it. Like, they're not a phenomenal team or anything, but like the Falcons went out and played fucking football today. Well, and it's frustrating that they're wasting Kyle Pitts, they're wasting Drake London. What do you think?
I just feel, granted, I'm a team first guy. I'm always going to be a team first guy. It's something I learned in the military. But secretly, you kind of get pissed off. You don't say it out loud. Maybe talk to your wife about it or whatever you're into or whoever. Right. But Kyle Pitts can play. Drake London can play. I don't like drafting a running back in the first round. I think in the last 10 years, it's shown that it doesn't work out.
You're not going to win Super Bowls. It does work out for the team. I will say this. It works out for the team. You're just not going to win Super Bowls. Like Zeke Elliott made a big difference in the first 4 years, whatever. They probably could plug, you can say whatever, plug whoever in. But
Zeke's first year is probably one of the greatest rookie seasons for a running back.
Right. I mean, you're going to have good milestones like Bijan Robinson. He is going to be that guy. Like I said, next Christian McCaffrey, I was right on the fucking money on that. Like he is universally
right. It's week one. Calm down.
We can overreact a little bit, okay? Let me be fucking excited. We haven't had football all summer, okay? I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. And it's okay. I feel good being right for once about how good he played in this week one. Tyler Algier, their 1-2 punch is dangerous.
Well, I think, and personally, I think a lot of teams need to adapt this. I think that's the reason why the Lions were so good last year, the 1-2 punch. When healthy, of course, when DeAndre Swift was healthy. But when I see these teams, like, yeah, I like the Titans, but they're asking for Derrick Henry to get injured. You give someone the ball 30 times a game, the fuck are you expecting?
Derrick Henry, how Derrick Henry is still able to like do the things he is. We will get to that game too, but like how he's able to still do his things, like it's just kind of crazy to me.
Ryan, this may sound crazy. Other than Barry Sanders, we've never seen a running back 6'3", 6'4". Even like Le'Veon Bell was a big running back, but 5'11". He didn't size.
He was 5'11".
Yeah, like Derrick Henry's 6'4".
Yeah, dude, he's a monster.
He's bigger than Devin White, a middle linebacker. He's bigger than some DNs.
Yeah.
And he can literally just push you off of him, and it's nothing you can do. His power game is just ridiculous.
That's what impressed me about Bijan in this game. He was incredibly strong, breaking tackles. I'm not going to like I said, I'm overreacting a little bit. I will admit that because it's against the Panthers. But he ran the ball strong. He knew what he was doing. He was making plays. Like it's like he was actually trying to make plays, doing things. He caught the ball. He wasn't dropping the ball. Like he was making good plays. So overall, I'm impressed with the Falcons. I'm excited to see what they can do next week. I don't know who they face next week. Do you know who they face next week? What do we got here? We got the Packers. The Packers are going to be defensively, they're very strong. So I'm excited to see this game.
The Packers have a Super Bowl type of defense, in my opinion. But the Packers, what's the next game? I don't want to ruin it. What's the next game?
Let's move on. All right, let's get to the next game. We got this. Let's make this brief. Okay, we got the Commanders and Cardinals. I'll say this. I got two. All right, D, we're gonna play say only 3 things about each team. Okay. Cardinals. Tanking.
Yes.
Defense looks good. I'll say that. Okay. Third thing. Last thing. Third thing. They need Kyler Murray back. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I got to say about Cardinals. What do you have to add? What's your 3 things?
Okay, I'll go for the Commanders.
Okay. Yeah, you give it. Okay, go ahead.
Inconsistent.
Okay. Yep.
Need a weapon on offense. What is going on offense?
Okay, go ahead. Get your third thing. I'll react to one of them.
Third thing, you got to get a quarterback.
That was literally what I'm going to say. They got the fucking weapons on the Commanders. Brian Robinson is a strong fucking running back. I love him. I hate that he's on the Commanders because we got to face him. But like, he is so good. The wide receivers are good. Terry McLaurin is so good. They got, John Dodson. They also have Curtis Samuel. Like, they have guys. The fucking quarterback is the problem. Sam Howell, I've said this already like a million times before. That's their problem. Okay? That's it. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. What do you have to say about the Cardinals? We're not going to spend time on this fucking game. I don't care. So what I said about the 3 things.
The Cardinals.
Is good. Yeah, you go ahead.
The Cardinals did, and I'm not going to lie, whoever that new GM now, whoever that old guy was, didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
No.
But this new guy,
yeah,
he's tanking. And then on top of that, he gets the first round pick in this year's draft for the Texans. That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get rid of a lot of that cap. Yep. I think what they're going to try to do throughout the years, probably try to trade Buda Baker. They got rid of Isaiah Simmons. They're just going to blow this up. And I think either Kyler Murray is going to come back, or I think either in the offseason they're going to have a talk with him and see where his head's at. But if they don't like where his head's at, they're going to trade that fucking guy.
Yeah, no doubt.
They're going to get rid of his ass.
Perfect. No, that's perfect. All right, let's move on from that game. I don't want to spend time on that game. I don't have high
Dog
expectations for
shit.
both either. Yeah. Jaguars, Colts.
I
Jaguars
see.
scared the fuck out of me for a while. I really thought they were going to struggle. They found it. The one
Um,
guy that I'll say one guy that made the biggest difference on the Jaguars for me than that game, Calvin
Calvin
fucking Ridley, dude.
Ridley.
Do you think he put a bet on that game too? Do you think he betted on that to
he
win?
probably told it. He probably told his wife to. That's what he fucking
Yeah,
should have done in the beginning.
stupid motherfucker.
Dumb fuck. Just have your wife do
Calvin,
it.
Calvin. That's all I'm gonna say about the Jaguars. Everything else was like, it's such a scramble for me. I'm gonna say this about the Jaguars, like they are. But so the thing I'll say about the Jaguars, I'm really impressed with Calvin Ridley. The defense seems fine. Like Doug Peterson was doing a good job coaching. Like the play calls look good. Trevor Lawrence looked really good. They have awesome wide receivers. Like Christian Kirk, I noticed in the game, I was watching him pretty heavily. They were covering him very like they were on him a lot. And it left Zay Jones open. And Calvin Ridley, they tried to guard him and couldn't do it. They tried switching coverages and this didn't work. Very impressed with the Jaguars offense. Colts surprised me.
They
Anthony
surprised
Richardson.
me.
Yeah.
They surprised me a lot.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson looks good.
Yeah.
Looks very fucking good.
Yeah. I will say this about the Colts. When they're on the goal line, it was like a minute 50, 2 minutes left, dude. Why are you running a design fucking quarterback run? A minute 50 left in the game, and then you get your quarterback fucking hurt. Like, come on, dude. Are you stupid? Literally, why did he do that? Like, he knows how running quarterbacks are. That fucking
Brian.
he
Brian.
literally knows how it is because he was on the
Brian.
Eagles. He knows not to do that.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck. They don't take care of franchise quarterbacks. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's just crazy to me that Shane Steichen, he literally let you know what, like I said, hopefully Anthony Richardson's fine. The Colts did not look bad. They have a committee back right now with the running backs. That didn't look bad at all. Like they look okay. They're a lot better than I thought they were going to be this year. I thought the Jaguars were going to completely blow them out. Didn't happen.
I think the secondary for the Colts is trash.
Yeah.
Kenny Moore is okay of a player, but the rest of those guys are trash. I know Justin Blackman, he's above average safety, but the rest of those guys, in my opinion, are trash. Their defensive line and linebacking core is so good. I won't say so good, but their linebacking core is good, but their D-line's really good. But it's parts of the Colts, and I'm just looking like, this team is rough.
Yeah, it's tight. No, for sure. But
it's
yeah,
rough.
no, overall though, both of the teams I thought were like Jaguars are definitely solid for sure. Colts better than I thought. That's all I have to say about them, honestly. Yeah, well, this next game here, 49ers and Steelers. The 49ers are the best team in the league. I'll even say that.
Yes,
they are
by far.
And it's scary how good they are. Steelers, you know what impressed me the most about the Steelers D? It's literally the Steelers D, Deangelo, D, TJ Watt. He is so good. He had 3 sacks, I think. 3 sacks.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'll look at it. I'm gonna look at it. But yeah, I'm pretty confident he had 3 sacks. Yeah, 3 sacks, like, and then the rest of the defense, nobody even touched the quarterback. Like, it's just, it doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter anything you do with it. Like, he swarmed them, sack. Like, it is just crazy to me that he's just getting wasted away on this fucking Steelers team that can't seem to move the ball. I understand the 49ers are very good defensively, but come on, what the fuck? Like, seriously.
It looked like, you ever seen like a beaver dam in person?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And have you ever seen someone you could, like, beaver dams are very sensitive. You can literally just pull one thing.
Yeah.
Like, and it just, the water just starts pouring out.
Yeah.
As soon as Kenny Pickett hiked the damn ball,
that's when the water's just coming in, dude.
Like, it was just like, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, where the
Yeah.
fuck is the offensive line? I'm like, there's no way
Yeah.
someone's hiking the ball that fast and it's just hiking. It's just like someone's already in his face. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like,
Yeah.
shit. Like, request a trade after that game.
Yeah.
They looked god awful.
I
God
will say
awful.
this the Najee Harris looks like a fucking 6-year-old man trying to run the ball. He looks so
Well,
fucking slow.
well,
Looks like
Ryan, that's what happened when you have a bad offensive line. Like you start thinking about life. Like, should I try to run through the middle or
when did
contemplate
Najee get drafted, by the way? When was
in
he?
the first round?
He is not like he's not okay. He is not developed.
He is not a first round talent. But the thing is, if you're going to draft, and I repeat this to the GMs that's watching this, if you're going to draft a running back in the first round, it was okay for the Cowboys to do it because they had a top 5 offensive line at the time.
Yeah.
But if your offensive line is bad, you probably need to draft a line, not a running back. Can't run the ball by himself. You're not drafting Barry Sanders.
Yeah. I
Like
I
it
don't
made
know. Yeah. The Steelers are going to figure it out, though. Patrick Peterson looks fucking old. Brandon Ayuk caught one over his head.
well that
Like
Ryan.
Patrick Peterson just needs to retire. He talked
Don't
shit before
don't
the game, and it fucking pissed me off.
don't be disrespectful. Don't
I
be
love Patrick Peterson, dude. When he played for the Vikings, even on the Vikings, I was like, dude, this guy is still a good premier cornerback. That game right there pissed me off. I was
well,
like, dude, you're terrible. If you're going to talk shit before the game, better back it up.
one, first of all, it's not like he's playing for the Chiefs. He's not playing for the Bills. He's not
Yep.
playing for the Eagles.
True.
He's not playing for the Browns. Not even playing for the Bengals. You're playing for a team that has made the playoffs in a couple of years.
True.
You're playing with a team where the secondary is not very good outside of Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
You're
true.
playing with a team that outside of TJ Watt has a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Case, Cam Hayward is not what he used to be. He is still a Pro Bowler, but still.
Yeah.
So sometimes just watch your mouth. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's Big Purr. That's what you call that man from now on.
But hey, first quarterback in I think ever to have 2 touchdowns in his first 6 starts, and also to have in the not first 6 starts, but first 6 regular season games. To have 2 touchdowns in each game, and plus had over a 95 QBR rating.
Awesome. He looked
awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And then and then when you watch the 49ers play football,
mm-hmm.
I love it just because they do the little stuff. The wide receivers block. The offensive linemen get downfield for run plays. They do that little stuff. Even when their backups come in, let's say like when they have those rotational D linemen, right. It's like they play like they're starters out there. That's like that's a Super Bowl team right there.
Yeah. I don't think TJ Watt lined up against Trent Williams. I don't think he did. That would be smart.
He did for one of his sacks,
I think. Maybe one.
For one of his sacks.
I was about to say he's pretty good, but Trent Williams, I saw in a couple run plays, like, dude, he is just so massive. He's so good. He is so good.
I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". He's like 3 something.
Dude. Yeah.
He
might even be bigger than that.
But his lower body is like the size of like a sprinter. He has like a prison body.
Yeah, no, he is literally he is very good, really, really good. But yeah, no, 49ers are very scary. Steelers, I'm not gonna. I think it was a mixture of first game, right, and also you're going up against the fucking best team in the NFL right now. Look, I'm not gonna jump on it and say they're bad because watch, they're gonna, Mike Tomlin, he always fucking whips it up. They finish out over 500 every fucking year. It doesn't make sense, but
yeah, I think they'll finish last in the division. I think they'll win a few games, but there's nothing, and I think people don't understand this. This is not, NHL. This is not baseball. I don't know if baseball has a lottery. I think they don't, but this is not basketball. If you lose games, you get a higher pick.
Yeah.
And they need some linemen.
Yeah, that's true.
They need some linemen bad.
That's really true. Next game, Saints and the Titans. Snooze fest.
Okay, did you see the start of that game?
Remind me. I was about to say, I was watching Red Zone, so remind me.
Okay, so literally Amari Hooker, first play of the game, it's a kickoff, strip fumble.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember that was like literally the first update on Rizzo channel. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill will be benched if he continues to play like that, regardless of what goes on. He 3 interceptions. This that team looks so bad. Outside of
It's
Derek,
hey D. It's not like they don't have the fucking replacements for him. They got two fucking first round talents. I'll say first round talents. They got Will in the second round, but still two first
I
round
don't,
talents.
I don't know about Malik Willis. I think that is a running back playing quarterback. At least
Yeah.
Lamar, first couple of years, we knew he could throw. He didn't have the weapons.
Right.
Malik is just you don't even know if he has even the talent to throw.
Right. And yeah, Ryan Tannehill just needs to clean it up. That's plain and simple. That's it. There's nothing else to say about the Titans. The Titans defense, very good.
Of course.
Always good. Mike Vrabel brings it every fucking year. Um, the one thing I will say about the Saints, I feel like there's going to be the same fucking thing again. Um, that was with the Raiders. It's going to be the same goddamn thing. Derek Carr is going to win tight games and he's going to lose big games. It's going to be the same fucking thing. Nothing changed for me in that
Around,
game.
around the block quarterback.
It literally nothing changed in that game for me. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
No.
Nothing at all.
No.
I'm
Um,
surprised if they were first. I would be surprised if they're last.
Michael Thomas stayed healthy. That's another thing.
Um,
I'm surprised.
is Jesus coming back?
Fuck, I don't know. RD. Next game. Raiders Broncos.
I am pissed. I am pissed.
I'm gonna let you go. This is your team. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to know, as a true fan, what you have to say about the Broncos and the Raiders.
Outside of our starting wide receivers, hell, the backup wide receivers, the practice wide receivers, hell, even some high school wide receivers we had got injured. It just seems like God doesn't like us. That's what it seems like. I feel like we're cursed. Everyone's getting injured. I'm like, goddamn, I think goddamn Sean Payton threw out his jaw chewing juicy fruit. We looked good defensively.
Of course.
Offensively, I'm thinking in my head, the Raiders don't have great corners. I'm like, I know we don't have the wide receivers, but like, goddamn, we do not look. We just look. I think it's a situation that's like this. I think we play down to people, if that makes sense. Because when we play the Chiefs don't blow us out. It's always a one-score game. But if we can compete against the Raiders, we should be able to compete against the Chiefs. So these types of games we should be winning, and that's the irritating part. Is when I'm watching these games, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, we should have won that game.
I'm afraid it's going to be the same thing as what it was.
Mm,
I'm very
like,
afraid. I'm super afraid. And like I said, my bold prediction this year was they were going to be bad. That
well,
game right there kind of showed me like the
the thing is,
offense didn't seem as bad last year. So maybe they're going to pick up better this year. Maybe they're going to pick it up by next week. But if they don't pick it up, it's going to be the same thing as last year. Great defense, locks them down, can't do anything offensively.
If we were to lose, now we have our first round pick. So
Yeah.
we can go draft something that we need or possibly draft a quarterback.
Dude, I mean, these other fucking organizations are doing it, so why not you guys? Fuck it. Pay somebody big and then fucking let's just draft somebody. Let's draft fucking, I don't know, man. My big thing, like I said, the defense, phenomenal. I mean, Pat Surtain, I texted you mid-game. Pat Surtain is the fucking man, and he always is. He always is the man. He always will be. He's the best corner in the league, hands down. Maybe a little bit from Sauce Gardner, but Pat Surtain had Devontae Adams' fucking number all game, all fucking game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what he had. I think Devontae, he was under 100 yards for sure. 6 for 66. 6 receptions, 66 yards. And he got I saw a couple times that he got catches that weren't with Pat Surtain. So, like, when Pat Surtain was on him, it was like a fucking glove. Dude, I love Pat Surtain. I will always stand by that. But the Broncos offensively, they need to figure it out. They need to figure it out. It looked better
Similar
than
round.
last year. I will say this. I definitely admit it does look better than last year. So
I think Russ lost some weight. You see it. He looks healthy. He doesn't look
mhm.
like some pudgy kid playing football.
Doesn't look like a
He,
Teletubby.
yeah, he looked
It,
like Ezekiel Elliott playing quarterback. Like that's what he
yeah,
looked like.
yeah. As long as they can pick it up. Let's see. I'm not. I don't want to count the offense out yet, um, because they did have good signs. Like they're hurt wide receiver wise. Cortland Sutton does still look good. So Cortland Sutton was doing a good job. It's just tough. Like you have nobody else. You
Well,
have
for
no one else.
if the Raiders can stay healthy, they're making the playoffs. I
Yeah,
think Josh McDaniels and Jimmy G. Jimmy G's been won Super Bowl rings with the Patriots. He's
right.
took a team to the Super Bowl himself. He's been to multiple NFC Championship games. He can easily take this team to the playoffs. And I tell people this all the time. And I was telling a guy at work this. You may keep disrespecting the Raiders, but the Raiders have a good pass rush. They might not have the best corners. They have a good pass rush.
Max
And
Crosby can get there.
he can definitely get there. And Chandler
Yeah.
Jones can still get there at his age.
If he
So
stays, they're having problems. Did they figure that out? Do you know?
I have
Chandler
no
Jones with the
idea.
organization. You didn't hear about this?
No, I heard about it. I
Oh, okay.
just,
I didn't know if yeah, they did. As long as
but
he stays, yeah, they're fucking they have a
yeah,
very
but they
good
drafted that
rush.
guy Tyree Wilson in the first round. Like
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they have the guys that's hey, just go after the quarterback. If we go after the
Right.
quarterback, stop the run, and that's what they did against us. And
Right.
I truly believe that if everyone stays healthy with Josh Jacobs, they have the number one receiver, probably a top 5 receiver in the league. They can make the playoffs easily, no
Right.
question.
That's fair. All right, D. We got Eagles and Patriots. I'm not going to panic as an Eagles fan. This is the same thing that happened last year, week 1. Do you remember what happened week 1 last year?
Well,
We faced the
week one,
Lions. Faced the
well,
Lions week 1
week
last
one
year.
last year, it was still a good game, but you saw where the talent difference. So you kind of just thought that, okay, well, the Lions do have a good offense. We didn't know it was going to be that
Mm-hmm.
good, but they had a good offense. But no one expected your defense to let up that many points.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 38-35, that was rough last year. 25-20. This game kind of gave me the same vibe as last year. We jumped out to a big lead and we're doing the same bullshit again in the regular season. Obviously it worked. It worked all season. Um, we are just trying to run out the clock. We're trying to just minimize everything. Unfortunately, we had some bad turnovers. Jalen Hurts having that helmet, like literally that dude hit him fucking pure, dude. I was like, when that happened, my fucking mouth dropped, like my jaw dropped, dude, and my stomach, I felt fucking sick for like that last couple minutes. But
You guys did not deserve to win that game.
no, dude, and it's terrible. Like
No.
we were up 16-0. We kicked field goal, field goal, field goal. Now this is just another example of how good Bill Belichick is as a head coach. They may
Yes.
not win a lot of games, but like in the last couple of years, they haven't won a lot of games. You know what I mean? But as a coach, he is so fucking good. His players let him down is the big thing from Bill Belichick. Like there were several times that Mac Jones had opportunities and blew the pass, blew this. Like the Eagles defense held strong. They did a good job. Just the offense was putting them in bad spots. Offense is going to figure it out. We just always do this bullshit, D. I don't understand
Well,
why we can't just
so I
fucking kill them. I don't
well,
understand.
I think the point that you're missing, it's
Yeah.
going to be growing pains. Reasons why is because you have Jordan Davis that wasn't very healthy last year. You have Jalen Carter that's getting on the scene. So you have a lot of N'Kobe Dean that did not play, if not
He's
at
injured
all.
now.
Yeah,
Did you
he's
see
injured
that?
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a lot of guys they have the younger guys and they're trying to implement these younger guys
Mm-hmm.
into the defense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very difficult. At the same time, you have these veterans like Bradbury did not look good to me at
James
all.
Bradbury went down and did what impressed me is that our backup, he came in and fucking they tested him, dude, and he was on him. They did the best coverage he could and he did a good
Well,
job. And
Ryan,
mm,
let's so I understand why Tom Brady won all those Super Bowls.
yeah, hell yeah.
Because Kendrick who? Juju's not a number one. Juju's barely a number two. Like, and I'm looking like, God.
We, you said it to me. You sent a text about Swiss cheese. Our defense was Swiss cheese for a while, for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
dude. Like
yeah.
we were getting cooked. We go into this weird like defense when we're up big like that. We're just trying to, for some reason, not allow big plays. I get it. I do understand. It's just like Bill Belichick's not stupid, and plus we're facing a quarterback that hardly throws the ball down the field. Like Mac Jones will not throw the ball down the field. He was chopping us up in the middle, like literally 10, 15 yards. Kendrick Bourne. Like, how many fucking times do I have to hear that name? Plus, Hunter Henry fucking ate us up too. Hunter
They
Henry.
well,
Hunter
what
Henry.
they're doing, they have two tight ends. That Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins that side, have Hunter
Yep.
Henry.
Yep.
They're going back to that old
Yep.
school Patriot way with two tight ends, two wide receivers, and Mike Gesicki like 6'5", I think 6'4", 6'5".
They're big. They're big. Yeah, no. They're a
big
problem.
tight.
They're a problem. Yeah.
I'm like, when he threw that pass to, I think it was Hunter Henry in the end zone,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, shit, like that was a dime.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that was a Tom Brady-esque throw. And I'm thinking in my head, like, damn, if he gets a D-hop, wink, wink. If
Did you see he tried to go to them. D Hop had like 4 or 5 teams or whatever. Dude, he put them on blast, dude. Fucking just called them all out. That was funny as fuck. But yeah, you're right. The Patriots, if they have somebody like that, they're gonna do well. Randy Moss, you know what I mean? But like,
yeah, look, 1 year, but actually
Bill Belichick is just a very good head coach. Tom Brady was a great quarterback. So, you put those together, that's why you get those Super Bowls. But no, overall, like I said, the Eagles, at the end of the day, we won the game. I can't be upset. You guys lost the game, like as a Broncos fan. I cannot sit here and be like, I'm sad whenever you guys actually lost your fucking game. So I need to at least show the decency to you and be like, okay, we won the game. I can't be that upset.
You weren't supposed to win.
We were not, but we did win. And that's how we won a couple of games last year. And we're going to be okay. We're okay. The team overall, in my opinion, we look good as a team. Play calling just needs to get a little better on Nick Sirianni. That's it. And then the turnover. I'm not worried about that. But yeah, that's what I kind of feel about the Eagles. I'm excited for the Vikings game. But D, we got Rams, Seahawks. Close game. Second half, 13 yards or something like that from the Seahawks or something crazy. I don't know what it was.
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Yeah, shoot it.
If Sean McVay gets this team above, let's just say 9 wins, he's going to go in that conversation as top 3 head coach in the NFL. That team is dog. I'm not going to say dog shit. It's cat shit. It is terrible. And
what?
That receiver, the Rams, outside of Aaron Donald, because Matt Stafford is just like, like he's a shell of himself. Cup being out, that team has looked bad.
You tell me at the beginning of this game who was going to be the number 1 wide receiver for that team. I was honestly going to say Ben Skowronek. I was going to say him, maybe Van Jefferson.
Some rookie.
No, Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua and Tutu Atwell. Like, what the fuck? They 119 yards apiece, D. 10 receptions. Puka Nacua broke the all-time record for most targets in their first game ever. 15 targets. Like, is Cooper Kupp a system quarterback? I mean, system wide receiver?
No, I wouldn't say that.
I'm joking. Cooper Kupp is a phenomenal. I would never say that. He's a great wide receiver.
It's the same situation as Robert Woods.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Sean McVay is a younger version of Andy Reid.
Yes.
And when he can make these below average to average wide receivers look good. Yeah. If you believe in the system, you trust the process, I can make you look good and I will pay you.
Yeah.
That's why
the Rams literally came out in the second half, smacked the fucking Seahawks in the mouth.
Yes.
They were fucking pissed off about the first half for sure. And just
I believe
took over.
I believe the 49ers will beat them next week, but I believe that I wouldn't be surprised that it's a close game. I will not say that because Matthew Stafford will do some Matthew Stafford things.
Matthew Stafford's really good at getting the ball out of his hands, and with the route running and play calling of Sean McVay, it can definitely it could make a difference. I mean, I'm not going to say the 49ers are going to lose. There's no way. I really don't think they'll lose. But the Rams, I agree with you. They can put up a fight. I think they're in my like frisky category for sure. Like they can fucking put up a fight against you, and they could possibly win some games.
Yeah, I've
I
been
don't think the
surprised.
Seahawks are as good as what they were last year. I think they're, you know, how the Seahawks plateaued off, like they plateaued and then fucking shot down it towards the end of the year. It's gonna be the same. I think they're stuck in that shot down mode. I don't think
Well,
they're gonna be as good.
the same thing. They didn't draft a quarterback.
Yeah, and they
You
should.
know, you know, I'm not a Drew Lock guy.
I think they're
And
gonna look for one this year coming up. I think so.
yeah, I would hope so. But you know, what troubles me for the Seahawks organization is one of my friends at work. He's a Seahawks guy, and he's
Okay.
a little delusional when it comes to them. And he's like, "We're going to do this, we're going to do that," and I'm like, "They drafted a cornerback in the first round.
Oh.
He wanted Anthony Richardson. And he wanted Jalen Carter. I'm like, all right. And then the second round, I think they get offensive lineman. I'm like, they're trying to rebuild. I told
They
them
don't
they're trying
draft. They
to.
don't draft quarterbacks high, dude. The Seahawks
They,
don't do it.
yeah,
Russell
that's
Wilson
something.
was what, fifth round? You're not going
Oh,
to
it was
get a
like
quarterback
third,
high rounds.
like
Third? Was it
third,
third? Was he
third or fourth.
earlier? Yeah, whatever he was. He's not a first round quarterback. You know, they're not going to draft a quarterback in the first round. So,
And I told him, I'm like, and I told him, I was like, and I'm gonna ask you,
yeah,
how many quarterbacks in the last 15 years, not knowing what you know now, but
shoot
just
it.
current draft stuff, how many you actually drafted in the first round?
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson was like, you know, he's going to be good.
Yeah.
It took a while for Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know about that kid named Patrick Mahomes.
Sat out a year. They was behind somebody. You know what I mean?
The only quarterback that you knew that was like, damn, it's going to be good is Andrew
Yeah.
Luck, and Cam Newton.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
like,
like
yeah,
even Joe,
dude. I mean, like going through it, like Joe Burrow,
but Joe
he
Burrow,
tore his ACL. That
tear his
was
ACL,
tough.
so that doesn't count. And then on top of that, they lose all those games. Draft Jamar Chase in the next year, and
Yeah.
that doesn't count. You know, but
Yeah.
at the same time, when you look at all these quarterbacks last 15 years, how many that you know are going to pop?
Yeah. Like Carson Wentz, same thing for the Eagles. Like it's, you know, he did good his second year and then all of a sudden just a mental fucking mess. But yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you. Like the Seahawks need to do some replanning. But they're I don't think they're going to be as good this year as what
Me
I
either.
thought they were going to be. Um, they didn't look good that first game. They didn't impress me at all. But I'll tell you what, the game that did fucking impress me, it was like the best game all week. I'm gonna say it's the best game. This was my favorite game all weekend. The Dolphins Chargers, no doubt in my
Yes,
mind.
yes.
Tyreek Hill,
Tua is him. Tua
dude.
is him.
No, listen. Give me, give me Tyreek Hill. Give me fucking Jalen Waddle. God damn. Tua,
I'm saying
yes, I'm not gonna sit here and take anything away from Tua. He did a very good job. Um, he didn't get all fucking Tua fingers out there, so that's good. We're we're not. That was sad. That was a bad moment. That was a bad moment. But
that's still hilarious. That is
still,
hilarious.
he did a very good job. Tyreek Hill is just wide open. I tell you what, Tua did like had a couple of air balls, like literally like put it around the money for Tyreek Hill to catch him.
Tua
Um,
Tua is, and think about this, Ryan. Tua
yeah,
had a red zone he had a red zone interception and a red zone fumble,
yeah,
and they still put up 36 points. That is fucking ridiculous. That off right when Jalen Ramsey comes back,
yeah,
and let's see what teams are bad and stuff like that, because you'll have teams that start selling and stuff like
yeah,
that. Like let's say the Bucks are bad, or let's say the Vikings are bad. They're trying to get rid of Daniil Hunter.
yeah,
But if they get some, like, let's say a good pass rusher, a Pro Bowler type pass rusher, the
yeah,
Dolphins are legitimate contenders for Super Bowl because they have the best duo of wide receivers that I've ever seen.
yeah.
I'm not saying they're the greatest of all time, but we've never seen two wide receivers this fucking good. Because
What?
guess what?
Yeah,
No,
go ahead.
because
Yeah, go ahead.
even old 49ers fans can't give me the other wide receiver that was next to Jerry Rice.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's
I
all I'm
get
gonna say.
it. I get it. I get it. What it is with me with the Dolphins, I'm concerned whenever they do face, say, like if they did make it to the Super Bowl, I'm concerned about them facing the Eagles or them facing the 49ers. Having that big rush on Tua, he wasn't really touched today. I mean, on Sunday there, and it like, with it just kind of concerned me, like they have Joey Bosa, they still like they have a good front, and it didn't make sense why they didn't get to him. Khalil
Khalil Mack.
Mack, like I don't really truly believe it was the offensive line. I just don't think they were. I don't know, dude. Like they just looked off. Like the defensive line,
Well,
and
it's
Tua was getting the ball out fast.
it's a situation because I watched that game.
Yeah.
Ryan, he's hiking the ball, and they put Michael Davis on Tyreek Hill. They put
Mm-hmm.
J.C. Jackson. They put Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah.
No one could cover Tyreek Hill. And then if you try to double, you can't double team because you have Jalen Waddle on the other side.
Oh, it's
That's
not.
just that
You know what? I
fast.
just remembered something about that game. Remember when J.C. Jackson fucking had that PI at the end of first half? 3 points, dude. 3 points right now. They've been 34-33. And like that stupid. Like I just thought about that. Sorry, it was just like it's a stupid mistake that the Chargers had. But defensively, like I just don't understand like how it was blown. How many coverages they blew. Like the secondary feels like they blew so many coverages. Now, Tyreek Hill, yeah, he's tough to guard, obviously. Like that's no brainer. But like, why did they blow so many coverages? I feel like if they went up against another cornerback
Because
tandem,
because
it would have been
because
different.
because he runs like a 4-2-4-1.
Yeah, I know.
That's why
But
they
like,
blow coverage.
you put
You can't guard that, Ryan. He's so
you're right.
fucking.
You're right. He's gonna get his. Like that's the thing. Like anytime you plan against Tyreek Hill, he's gonna get his. But like if he goes up against the 49ers, he goes up against the Eagles in the Super Bowl, like that's gonna be a different ball game. Like that's gonna be huge. Like
I don't. I will say this though. I will say this.
yeah.
Not many teams can keep up with the Dolphins offensively.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
And I was talking to a guy at work about this. He was saying the same things you're saying. And I was like, think about this. When you look at the 49ers, they have a great pass rush. He's like, yeah, but their secondary is not as good as people think.
Mm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Their pass rush is so great, and they had a top defense last year. That they were the best defense technically on paper for statistics last year, but their secondary is not the greatest.
Mm.
And I tell them, if you give Tyreek Hill a moment, Jalen Waddle a moment, and then this rookie tight end they have, I think rookie or second year guy,
Yeah. Yeah.
these like they're unstoppable. Like
Yeah.
that offense is unstoppable. Tua doesn't need a lot of time. He doesn't, because when you have a receiver that fast, he doesn't need a bunch of time. It's not like he's going deep every play. They're just doing a bunch of crossing routes. They're doing a lot of simple shit. But
Yeah.
those receivers are so fast where it doesn't matter if you're playing the Eagles, doesn't matter if you're playing the 49ers, you can't keep up with them. You
And
have
plus
to
they're
play
great.
right up.
And plus they're great route runners too. Like they're not
Yeah,
just speed. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They're not just like
Like
a speed
John
guy.
Ross or shit.
Yeah, yeah. Like literally you add in like you get Devontae Adams, like 99 speed in Madden, you're fucked.
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what
That's
Tyreek
what
Hill is. That's essentially like Tyreek Hill today, kind of like on Sunday there, he kind of implemented that he is the best wide receiver in the game. Like
yes.
Justin Jefferson, yeah, great, obviously, but I really think Tyreek Hill is the best in the game. So,
I
but
think Hill can legitimately play until if he like avoids big hits,
mm-hmm.
he can play till he's like 37, 38.
Yeah, with that speed, I mean, he's
His
smart.
when he slows down, he'll still be a 4.344.
That's fucked up. It's so
Think
fucked
about
up.
that.
Yeah, it's
Like,
fucked up.
think
But
about that.
yeah, but no, I'm very impressed with the Dolphins. Very impressed with the Chargers too. Honestly, they offensively they look good. I think they need to work on some defense stuff, but
Clearly.
very good offensively. Yeah, very good offensively. But a team that this game surprised me, D, the Packers and the Bears. I did not expect
Well,
them to come out like that.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. I've only got a couple things to say. Justin Fields needs to fucking get some off. They need to have design runs for him That's bullshit. Don't make him just fucking sit there and pass. That's bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. He has to run the ball, design runs. Okay. That's what I'm going to say about the Bears. The Packers, Aaron Jones still looks good. I don't know how he has made himself. He is the most underrated running back in the NFL, no doubt in my mind. And Jordan Love was pretty efficient. He even missed a couple passes, but he was still very efficient. Today, like on Sunday there. Like he was throwing everything good, like 38-20. Like it was a blowout the whole time. It was just crazy to me.
It's the Bears are going to have a long season. I understand that the Packers they still have a pretty great team.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're still developing a lot of, let's say, position players like the wide receiver position, tight end position.
Right.
That's great. Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers, probably a top 5 quarterback of all time. So, of course, he learned some things. But when I look at the Bears, I know they got a lot of draft capital from the Panthers. They got a wide receiver.
Right.
That team is going to take a while. And I have to slow down. It's going to be a while for the Bears. It's going to be a while. It's because DJ Moore, did he play?
Like 2 receptions. Like he had it was one drive. He got those 2 receptions. It was so quick.
In the words of Charles Barkley, it's like a triple single. Like, what did he do? Like, he was out there, but he wasn't out there. Like Darnell Mooney had a touchdown, 4 receptions, or 4 or 5 receptions. Like
Darnell Mooney looked pretty good.
That team
he's a good number 2 wide receiver. Darnell Mooney is. Oh my god! Like you give him he's no longer double teamed as much as he was last year. Give him an open space. He was very efficient, very good at route running. Cole Kmet, they need to get him involved more.
It's
there's a couple of things that need to work on. That's I mean that's it for them.
Rough. It's that team is just rough overall. It's just let's just develop type of year for them.
I hope that they can kind of figure it out. I mean, they figured out towards the end of last year. Offensively, they could put up numbers, but there's still one thing wrong with that team, is the defense, and that's literally held them back the whole time.
And offensive line.
Yeah, literally, they just need to figure this out. Like if they could put up some points and the defense lower down, it could be good. But Packers, I'm impressed by. Bears need to figure it out for sure. Sunday Night Football. D, I was done. You want to know something? I fell asleep. I fell asleep during this game. The Cowboys defense completely fucked the Giants. That's literally all I have to say. I mean, the defense was fucking down their throat the whole time. Micah Parsons hasn't. That I feel like that dude has just constant energy. They bring him out of the game and he looks pissed off that he's out of the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like he is just constantly pissed that he's out of the game. He wants to play. 40-0.
I'm gonna give you a story.
Shoot it.
When I was a kid, there was you probably remember this, we're the same age. Do you remember Shop and Save?
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
So when I was a kid, there was those little chocolate balls that had candy in it. It's like a little chocolate ball that had candy in it. And
you fat fuck.
I stole it from Shop and Save.
Yeah, I had a feeling, you fucking shit, fat fuck.
And then as we're in the ice cream aisle, I'm like, it's a home stretch. And the security guard just puts his hand on my shoulder and tells my mom he has something in his pocket. And I'm like, damn. And then she slaps me up my head for saying damn. Goes in my pocket and sees the chocolate ball. We don't even get home. She beats my ass in the car.
Mm.
I get home and then get my ass beat.
Mm.
It looked like a parent beating their kid's ass watching the Cowboys and Giants game. That game was fucking terrible. The first drive, though, the Giants looked good.
Don't they all?
But it looked like his offensive line had something against him.
I don't know. Getting
It's
paid that
that's how
money, getting paid all that money, I guess. I don't know.
he didn't even get paid that fucking much. That's the crazy thing.
More than all of his offensive line. I'll tell you that.
That is true,
I
but still, like,
I don't know, man.
the
I just
hell?
the Giants to me, the same as last year. People thought they were so talented, so good. And I never could see it. They were winning games last year. Sure, Brian Daboll's a good head coach, but like I just don't think they're that good, man. Like they don't have anybody. Darren Waller, like okay, he did okay yesterday. Like I mean,
Think
on
their
Sunday there, like he was okay.
I
I
think their defense as a whole plays great, but I don't think that offensive line and the quarterback play is going to get it done. Personally, in my opinion, and I tell people this all the time, people get big on a lot of these quarterbacks,
yeah,
but Daniel Jones doesn't have fucking weapons. You can try to replicate what the Chiefs do and go get a great tight end, but you don't have fucking Andy Reid calling the plays. When you have Isaiah Hodges, um, what's the other guy's name? Paris Campbell,
yeah,
Slade, Darius Slade. You have a bunch of you don't have a two really. I think I dare say maybe a two, a low end two, but you have a bunch of threes and fours. You don't have a number one receiver.
yeah.
This
It's
team,
frustrating.
it's very frustrating. If I'm Daniel Jones, I'm like, hey, I
Mhm.
need someone,
Yeah,
or I'm gonna fucking just sit out because that team looks god awful.
yeah,
He like once they got the tipped interception from Barkley, I'm like, yeah, this game's over. And it was like 19-0 or some crazy thing, shit like that. But like, yeah, this game's over. And it was over.
it
And
was.
I just feel for Daniel Jones because I'm like, it's like I don't think he's a bad quarterback. Because I tell people all the time, if you put Patrick Mahomes on those Lion teams that Matt Stafford had, you think he's making the fucking playoffs? I
Yeah,
don't care who you have. The team has to be overall good.
yeah.
And that
No,
team looks so. The Giants look like it looked like it was a preseason game.
yeah. Cowboys look really good. That's all I'll say. I'm really anxious to see when the Eagles play the Cowboys this year, just to see how the matchup is. But yeah, no, I'm very impressed by the Cowboys. Cowboys came out, smacked them in the mouth, fucked them, pulled their pants down, fucking raw on the field, dude. Like it was just bad. But yeah,
That team looked like the Cowboys of the '90s.
yeah, no shit. Like the Cowboys, yeah, like I said, they're legit. Giants, I we'll see. I think they're bad, but we'll see. We Monday night, dude, that was terrible. Um,
That was
I'm sad. I'm really sad about Aaron Rodgers going down. I'm very sad about that because I really truly wanted to see what it was like to have him on the Jets, having a like quarterback like that. I really truly think that that's the one thing the Jets were missing. Um, and with him getting hurt, like that just sucks. I like they won the game. Yeah, sure. They won the game. Their defense is the Jets defense is phenomenal, D. Like they are so good.
Super Bowl bound. Like
I
that
got a
defense
hot take.
crazy.
Got a hot take. Josh Allen will never win a Super Bowl. Just saying.
I was
Never.
you. I was going. Listen, it's
You swear to God?
like
I
okay.
like I don't like
I don't.
Josh Allen. This is only on the strictly on the football field. Everything I've seen about the guy, he's a nice guy, really cool dude. But fuck me, man. How do you fucking make those decisions like that? He's like, it doesn't make any sense throwing into double covers, throwing like it's just blatantly off. And the same guy, 3 picks to the same motherfucker. That guy's never had 3 picks in a season. And he threw 3 of them in one game to him. Like,
It's
yeah, the Jets are
okay. So
suffocating. They're suffocating. The Jets are suffocating, but fuck that. That's just terrible.
it's a. I've started to watch a lot of high school football and college football, and I'm starting to understand why GMs and scouts get paid a lot. And what I mean is, I think the first interception was like basically like an arm punt. They got it on like the 10-yard line.
Right, right,
I don't care about that.
right,
But
right.
that second interception, and he threw it outside to the wide receiver when Gabe Davis is going inside, made no sense whatsoever. If you pass it inside, now there's a one-on-one, there's a possibility that maybe a PI, but Gabe Davis has a chance of play at the ball. But when you pass it outside, I'm like, okay,
Right.
Jay Cutler, Mitch Trubisky, Ryan Leaf, a lot of bust, had a big
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
I'm not calling Josh Allen a bust.
No,
When I'm
he's not.
saying it,
I
I
can
tell
never
people
say
this
that.
all the time. If a quarterback is in the NFL, they all can throw.
Bingo.
And people are like, okay, but everyone doesn't have great decision making.
Yeah. Bingo.
His decision making is terrible. Terrible, terrible. Like I thought that Stephon Diggs was a diva, but then I realized he played with Kirk Cousins where his decision making is not the best. And he's playing with Josh Allen where his decision making is not the best. So I'm like, okay, so Stephon Diggs isn't really the issue. But some of these quarterbacks, you kind of just throw, and I'm like, where the fuck are you?
Yeah.
It's. Did you watch the Browns and Bengals game?
I watched only red zone stuff, little bits and pieces. So, but
Go to YouTube and
yeah,
watch the Deshaun Watson interception, and you're gonna be like, where the hell is he throwing it? I truly believe some of these quarterbacks and why they won't win and why they won't go to Super Bowls is
yeah.
because I think Andy Reid, I think what was that, Doug Peterson,
Mm-hmm.
I think Bill Belichick, they make it easy for their quarterbacks to succeed.
Easy reads. Exactly right. Easy.
And if you have a Randy Moss, or if you have a Stephon Diggs,
Right.
or if you have a Tyreek Hill, those are okay. We can take a chance. But
Right.
if you have a bunch of guys like a Juju or what was that guy Andre Branch for the Patriots
Mm-hmm.
back in the
Yeah.
day, or
Deion Branch.
Deion Branch. I'm sorry. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a bunch of okay guys, you kind of pick the defense apart.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen, his decision making is outside of that game at Arrowhead
Mm-hmm.
and Patrick Mahomes beating him in like 13 seconds or less. Other than
Yeah.
that game, because I think Josh Allen played perfect. He couldn't play
Yeah.
any better. But outside of that, he loses a lot of big games. Not the defense. He loses those games because
Yeah.
decision making.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
I
going to
agree.
win. I don't think he's going to win a Super Bowl with his decision making. I wholeheartedly do agree.
I agree with that. All right, D. Let's go and get our predictions for the rest of the league here. We're you know what? Fuck it. We're going to include the AFC South too. NFC South. Let's redo them. AFC East. Jets, Dolphins, Patriots, Bills.
Dolphins.
That's winning the division.
Yeah.
Pretty confident.
Yeah.
You know what? I honestly still think that I'm going to go and say the Bills. That's one thing though, like with Josh Allen and the Bills, like in the defense, they win games. They do figure out how to win games. And they will win games. They're going to win these games. So I think they will win the division this year for sure. AFC West. Don't say the fucking Broncos. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'll say the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's got to be the Chiefs. How strong? I think they still look really strong, D. Even after not having anybody. But I'm excited for the Chiefs. I think they are still going to be a really good team. AFC North.
Browns.
You feel really good about the Browns, huh?
I like the Browns.
Yeah. I like the Browns. I just don't know if I can trust Deshaun Watson throughout the full season.
You know what he needs to motivate him.
They should hire you full on to give all the tugs. I'm gonna go. Honestly, I'm gonna go Bengals here. I really think they're gonna figure it out. It's not a concern of mine. I think they're just as good. They have too good of a wide receiver core to fail, especially with Joe Burrow. I think it was a little rust, obviously coming off that injury. He's gonna bounce back. What makes you feel really confident about the Browns? What would you say is one thing?
They have a complete team. They have a complete team this year.
You really trust Deshaun?
Yeah, but he wasn't he was a top 5 quarterback.
I
Before,
know, but last year it was
top
rough.
5.
It was rough
He
last
wasn't
year.
rough. He got suspended for like
I
15 games.
know. 11
Like,
games. It was like 11 games.
yeah, and
Really
then
funny that they made him come back during the Texans game. Like, fuck that. Come on. But no, I feel I don't know if I can trust him, but I know I can't trust him in
the masseuse.
um AFC South, has anything changed with your prediction? I think you and I both agreed Jags. So I'm staying strong with the Jaguars. I think they're a very talented team. Good coach, good team, good offense. Defense is not super strong, but good enough. I think they'll win that division.
I think they're going to win that pretty easily.
Circling back around, NFC South.
Falcons.
I really, really like the Falcons, but the Buccaneers. I may do a call. I may do a backtrack here. You said the Saints. I think we both said the Saints. Actually,
I could swear I said the Falcons.
Maybe you did. I can't remember. But if you say Falcons,
the crazy thing about the Saints can actually win the division and lose the division.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked
up. That's their organization.
Give me the Buccaneers. I really think the Buccaneers can do it. They've proven that they can kind of stop a decent offense. The Vikings still did do pretty decently. They forced some turnovers. So I think the Buccaneers can do it, especially with Baker Mayfield, how he played. That kind of showed me a little bit more. I may regret saying this, but I'm going to stick with them. I'm going to say the Buccaneers are going to win that. NFC North, D, what do you think? That's
Lions.
I like the Lions a lot. Like we said,
I'm a Dan guy.
Yeah, Dan Campbell, and like we said earlier, Jared Goff. I mean, with Amon-Ra St. Brown, they're going to be getting Jameson Williams back too, so that's just another guy to add in there. No, I feel good. I like the Lions.
Hold on, Ryan. And to all the NFL players, I know Calvin Ridley just got off a suspension. You cannot gamble on NFL games. I just had to say that it's happening so much.
Why that shouldn't even be a thing that we have to fucking tell people like, don't fucking bet. Don't do it
on the NFL.
Don't do it.
If you pay me $10 million, I'm not doing certain things no more. I'm not skydiving. I'm not riding on a bike. I'm not doing a lot of shit. Get your mom to do it. Get your sister. Get your sister's boyfriend. Get someone else to do it. Why would you do it?
Either way, whatever. Fuck it. Hopefully they learn. I hope Calvin really doesn't get suspended again for that stupid shit. But I think they're done.
Like Woodrow Williamson, he can put them over the top with his speed.
Exactly. And once he comes in with the Lions, we're going to really see how talented that team is. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown has been nothing but great for the Lions. So I'm excited to see that. NFC West, what do you think? It's got to be the 49ers. I hate the Rams. It's not the Rams. It's not the Cardinals, not the Seahawks. This may be the worst division in football other than the 49ers.
Yeah.
Overall record-wise, I think they're going to be the worst division in football.
Yes.
The Rams could surprise me still, but other than that, I don't see anything good from that.
I don't see nothing good whatsoever.
NFC East.
It's the Cowboys.
Fly, Eagles, fly, motherfucker. Fuck you. You're going to regret this shit just like you did last year.
The Cowboys.
You're going to regret this shit again just like you did last year, betting against the fucking Eagles.
Lucky. I think you guys got lucky on the way to Super Bowl.
No, fucking bullshit. Here we go.
The Eagles played a division opponent, and then the quarterback gets injured like the first series.
We can't help how we get there. We get into the Super Bowl.
I respect that. But you see what happens when a Mac Jones, obviously at Bill Belichick, is what happened. He played.
Listen, Jared Goff, like I said, Jared Goff did the exact same thing to us. We lost to the Commanders last year.
But
we still made the Super Bowl.
Guys
We're okay.
Play,
We're okay.
You guys may have had, and no offense, one of the easiest Super Bowl runs ever.
And that's okay. But the thing is that we still made it to the Super Bowl and fucking put up a game. That fucking field is bullshit, and you know it.
That field was
the top two teams in sacks don't get a single sack. Actually, they got one just because he pushed out Jalen Hurts behind the line of scrimmage. Are you fucking kidding me? Take away the fuck that. All right, I'm moving on. I already moved on. I moved on months ago. I'm not fucking going back. But Eagles, yes, I think the Cowboys, your pick for the Cowboys is not terrible. The Cowboys are very good. I think they're very talented. I think the Eagles are obviously very talented.
I think with the Cowboys adding Stephon Gilmore, it gives them, he is older, but it gives them, hey, like, you can't just go, all right. They can put Stephon Gilmore on AJ Brown and like, all right, let's see how you really do. They can put Diggs on Smith and like, all right, let's see how you guys really do. And I think they can actually defensively slow you guys down, if not stop you guys at certain times. Because don't forget, it was a lot of times where it was punt, 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 punt against the Patriots.
Right.
Because Christian Gonzalez had AJ Brown locked for some parts of that game.
Yeah. No doubt.
Seatbelt on. Like, it looked bad. So I'm looking at that defensive line for the Cowboys that have a top 5 pass rusher, DeMarcus Lawrence versus D-Law.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm excited to see the matchup between them. So, I'm really excited for that matchup. We'll have to see how it goes.
All right, Ryan. So it's time to do the draft. Top 5 movie villains and or cartoon villains. You can pick for one.
Number 1 pick. I'm not going to do what you did this last draft and completely fuck the whole thing up by trying to pick Fig Newton's 1. Then you're like, oh, you know what? Actually, chocolate donuts. You're a piece of shit. You're terrible at picking. Bad draft. Just want to recap on that. Just letting you know. Okay. Bad draft. Number 1 pick. I've thought about this. There's like a couple of number 1 picks I have. I'm going to go ahead and go with number 1 pick in my draft is going to be Darth Vader, Star Wars.
I will give you that one.
He is
my list.
He is the man. He's the absolute man. So I've got that down. So, all right, you got back-to-back, D. What do you got?
The Joker, for me, it's the Joker by far. Everyone knows the Joker. My grandma knows the Joker. It's the Joker. Come on now. Like,
do you have let me ask you this. Do you have a specific Joker that you would like a name?
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I knew you.
Heath Ledger is the best Joker ever. He took the role obviously too serious.
Yeah.
He is. I watch that movie sometimes because he embodied the Joker. Like, the movie The Joker was great. I would say, I forget that actor's name. He's going to be number 2 of all time. But Heath Ledger, he would talk to himself. Like, he took that role serious.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, that's a great. I literally debated between him and the Joker, like Darth Vader and the Joker for number 1. What's your number 2 pick, D? What do you got, man?
This has been around since, I think, the 30s. Good old Tom and Jerry. They've been fighting for probably close to 100 years. Tom is always hated him. I don't know why. I guess he wants to cook them, but he never catches them. You really think? Let me honestly ask you this: do you really think Tom is a villain? Tom and Jerry. You really think Tom's a villain? Ryan, if I try to eat you, would you be happy with that? If I'm like, that bald head looks like a milk dud, I want it.
Okay. Now we're attacking physical fucking features, huh? So we're gonna go. I'm just saying. Okay.
And it may be a cartoon, Ryan, but he's trying to eat him. Like, that's the whole purpose.
Yeah, that's fair. I get it. I get it.
It's been around since like the 40s. It's you can't argue Tom and Jerry.
No, it's fair. I just never really. I feel like they're friends sometimes. I feel like they're not enemies all the time. But no, fair. That's fair. I mean, good explanation on it. My number two, I think it's got to be. I'm gonna go Thanos.
Fuck.
Thanos, I feel like is you can't make up a villain like that. Like he was just so fucking everything about him, the development of his character, like he like just honestly, and he had it's one of those villains that like he had a reason for it because like he was like, look, like people are suffering all the time. So how we could
Thanos is not a villain. We need him in today's world.
yeah, we need to take out half of our fucking population right now. Include me in there too. Fuck it. Who cares? Put me in. But no, yeah, I think that is a he taking out the half of the world population just to save them from people are starving and stuff. Like he had a legitimate reason, but like it's still fucked up. You know what I mean? It's still fucked up. But that's my number two. My number three pick. I'm going. I really think that this is another really, really good one, in my opinion. Maybe it's just stuck to my childhood. I don't know. But Voldemort from Harry Potter's series. Voldemort from the Harry Potter. Did you even watch Harry Potter?
No. I hated Harry
Trust me.
Potter.
Trust me. People are gonna know. People are gonna know who Voldemort is. This dude just like terrorized the person. They're like, they couldn't even say his name around. Can't even say his name. That's how fucked up it is. Can't say his name.
The guy sounds like a pedophile.
Deshaun, is that you? Deshaun Watson? Hello? Is that you?
What the hell? Like, what's his name? What's he like, Michael Myers or something? What's
you need to
on?
the thing is you need to watch it. Telling you.
So my
what's
next
yep, you got next two picks. What do you got? Number three.
Pennywise.
Damn.
Like it's
damn.
Every
I didn't even think about that one.
Like you have to hate someone for 27 years. Like I'm gonna fucking kill you still after 27 years. That's a long time. Like
yeah, that's
it's almost 3 decades.
Yeah,
it's a long fucking time.
Yeah,
I love fucking Pennywise. Like my oldest son, he's just like, let's just watch it. I'm like, something's wrong with you. And he was like, let's float, float, float. I'm like, what the fuck? Is like,
right.
But I just love it. I don't know why.
No, I get it. No, that's really good. I think that's a really, really good one. No, for sure. What do you got number 4 wise? What's number 4?
Megatron.
Yeah.
Megatron. You can't go wrong with Transformers. Who doesn't fucking love Transformers?
Megatron was fucking sick.
Like, come on.
I just remember when that came out. It was so sick. You're right. I really like Megatron. I like that pick. Another one I didn't have on my list, not on purpose. I mean, I just didn't think of it. My 4th pick, I haven't gotten a horror one yet, like you have. When you said Pennywise, it kind of sparked me a little bit. One of my favorites, I was scared shitless of this fucking thing, but Freddy Krueger.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Freddy Krueger. Like his shit is just so fucked up. Like that shit would give me nightmares, man. Like I can't. I don't do scary movies. I'm a little bit of a bitch. I won't lie. I'm a bitch. You know how people, dude. You know how like normally people would be like the girl holds the guy. No, it's the other way around, dude. I'm fucking sobbing my eyes out. No, I'm not that bad. But like, dude, I can't take fucking scary movies, man. I can't. I really can't.
I'm not gonna lie. Scary movies, even the cheap ones, have a great storyline. Like, you have to have a great storyline for a scary movie. That's why I always love scary movies because you can't be basic with it.
Yeah. No,
Freddy Krueger looks like a burnt hot dog, by the way.
No, I know. He looks so fucked up. So fucked up.
How'd you get hungry?
You fat fuck. How do you get hungry?
I don't know. I see his skin and I'm like, shit, like a barbecued hot dog is delicious. Come on now. We all like
I don't think of a fucking barbecue hot dog looking at him, but sure, all right.
It sounds fucking delicious.
Number 5 for me. This one is really personal to me. My brother used to scare the shit out of me with this. It's the fucking Chucky doll. Chucky. That son of a bitch. Dude, imagine yourself being 5 years old, going into Spencer's. They have the dolls around and stuff. My brother took one of the motherfuckers, put it right up to my face, scared the shit out of me. Then guess what he proceeds to tell me after that, D? He tells me that fucking doll is going to show up to our house. When I tell you I would sit on the fucking toilet and look up just to make sure he wasn't on top of the fucking cabinet in my bathroom, bro. I swear to God, it scared me to half to death, dude.
That's funny as shit.
So that one's a little personal to me, but Chucky, I think, is an awesome villain. Like, that is one of the coolest things, like having a fucking doll just come to life and try to fuck your shit up. I think he's top, no doubt, for me.
That is funny as shit. Now, for me, last but not least,
yeah,
Mr. Consistent. They've been beefing for fucking years. Good old Plankton from SpongeBob.
Plankton
From SpongeBob.
Not even on the radar. Plankton.
You can't go wrong with Plankton.
He makes you feel bad for him. How many times did he try to steal the fucking secret recipe?
Like Plankton's like Dan Marino. Like, he gets so close, but he's just never gonna get it.
That one's tough, dude.
Like, it's
that was fucking tough. That one is so tough.
Like,
oh man,
Plankton is equivalent to watching a movie and expecting a different alternate ending.
Yeah,
like
it's
but you gotta love him.
No, it's too good, dude. That's too good. All right, so just to round it off, just so we got both of them here, I've got Darth Vader, Thanos, Voldemort, Freddy Krueger, Chucky. You've got number one pick. You got Joker. I just put Tom in there, but I'll put like in quotations Tom and Jerry, just so people know. Tom. Number 3, Pennywise, Megatron, Plankton. How do you feel?
I feel confident.
You feel good, huh? You think people are going to fucking side with you on this one? Because they sure as hell didn't on the last one. I think you did better this time. This time you came ready to draft.
I'm a little pissed off that you drafted Thanos. I'm like, if I get Thanos in there, I'm like, yeah. If I take out Megatron for Thanos, I'm definitely winning.
There's no fucking chance I would ever not take Thanos number 2. I was worried. Honestly, it was either going to be Joker or Thanos number 2. Like, I already had in my mind. It was either those. And if you didn't pick Joker or Thanos at that time, that would have been dumb. I would have been dumbfounded if you didn't pick Joker number 1.
As soon as you gave me that idea, I was like, Joker is probably my number 1. Joker. Yeah, I love Joker.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, those. It was a good draft. I liked it. I think you stretched a little bit for Tom and Jerry, in my opinion. I think you stretched
over close to a century. They've been fighting.
Listen, I think you stretch. I think you stretched on it.
All right, you guys. So my name is Deangelo Laws. This is Ryan Robbins, and this is another episode of the Black and the White Podcast.
Nice talking to y'all. See you guys.
Have a good one, y'all.